Okay. Hi. Um, Warning in advance. I don't really know what I'm doing. This is pretty pretty unscripted right now, so I'm kind of just uh winging it and seeing um yeah, something kind of crossed my mind. I was listening to this guy, right? His name is John Bevere, really cool guy. But something that he mentioned in one of his most recent sermons was the point on eternity. And I haven't really given it much thought. A little bit of a background. I've been I've technically been a believer from pretty much since second grade. But when you become a teenager, tend to forget just all the things that God has done for you, and you take advantage of the freedoms that He's given you. And so that's kind of been me the past since sixth grade, really. Yeah, I've kind of taken advantage of the freedom that He's given me, and I have been living in ignorance for a really long time, until I turned 16. And after that, I finally started to realize through, warnings from um, not just social media, but also my family, my mom in particular, that I need to snap out of it. And so, and I kind of started to realize that, like, hey, I'm kind of wasting a lot of time here. And um, I've never really been one to just kind of coast through life. But for most of my teenage years, I was kind of living in a way that was kind of just going through the motions. You know, I still kept God in the back of my mind, but that I think that was the issue in the first place. That I was just, he was kind of just on the back burner. And so really, he's really brought me back to him. I believe he's set on my heart to start a YouTube channel, to him glory in the form of I guess vlogging, kind of. But the thing is, I've always kind of dealt with confidence. Not as much as I used to. I'm a lot more confident now. Thank God. But something that was weighing heavy on my mind was this idea of eternity, and that the things that we're doing right now, in the grand scheme of things, when you compare, I believe it says, the usual lifespan for us, God willing, is around like 70 to 80 years or so. Um, when you compare this measly, super minuscule amount of time compared to eternity, like forever and ever and ever and ever, it's something that I couldn't fathom. Specifically, so I have this little, like, board thing. I got it a couple days ago, and I've been writing like little daily thoughts and questions every day. And so the one that I have for today was eternity, and something that John Bevere brought up was 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 15, which says, "But if the work is burned up, the builder will suffer great loss. The builder will be saved, but like someone barely escaping through a wall of flames." We, on Judgment Day, we won't be judged based on sin, because sin is dead to us. We're saved through the salvation of Jesus Christ. But that we're going to be judged based on our works through the bricks that we establish for God's kingdom, basically. And so, what I was thinking was that, like, man, there's gonna be people that are still going to heaven, but it's almost like they're just barely going to make it. And so I was just thinking, man, I could still go to heaven, but still have things on earth that I didn't accomplish. And in a way, I mean, just going to heaven in itself is amazing, but I already know that if I went up to my creator and he barely let me through heaven, he still gave me a well done, but there was still something on this earth that I was sent to do that I just kind of, neglected. I feel like that'd be worse, knowing that there was something that I could do to bring glory and to spread the gospel that I just didn't do, that I just neglected, because I've been this whole idea of a YouTube channel has been on my mind for basically like a month and a half now, and funnily enough, I already had another video in turn. I was already working on another video, but I just felt like something was missing, and then it led to a bunch of second guessing, lots and lots and lots and lots of second guessing, and thoughts of like, what if he really doesn't want me to do this, or what if I do something wrong? Something that I just had to remind myself of was Luke chapter 18 verse 27, which says that Jesus says that the things that are impossible for people are possible for God. And even if I'm nervous about this entire deal of YouTube and even vlogging, I wasn't planning on showing my face. I'm kind of a artsy kind of guy. I'm not the most artsy guy now that I think about it, but originally I was planning to animate pretty much everything because I was afraid of showing my face, but I feel like this is more authentic. So sorry if this is kind of sporadic, you can tell this is unscripted, but I just felt led to say something, because if I don't start this now, then when? It's like it says in the Bible, tomorrow's never promised, and I've been trying to live my life in a way that's like, this might be my last day. I might go to sleep tonight and never wake up, and so, funnily enough, I named this YouTube channel Courage Through Christ, and so, the Lord, He gives us the Spirit of the Lord, the Spirit of boldness, the Holy Ghost. He doesn't give us the spirit of intimidation and fear, and I feel like that's something that I have to learn, is that if I don't step up to the plate and start this now, then when? If I don't throw myself out there, then I just feel like I'm never going to, and I could be missing out on something incredible. I really do feel like God is going to break barriers through what He's leading me to do right now, and so I'm just gonna have to take the leap of faith. I don't know what's gonna happen, if I'm being honest. I'm kind of just jumping into this ocean, and I don't know what's gonna be waiting for me in the depths, but hey, I'd rather swim than sink. So, um, yeah. Again, I'm sorry. This is so sporadic, but when I meet the creator someday, I don't just want to please him. I want to exceedingly please him. You know, something that I've asked God is, you know, what's the thing that's lacking? You know, is it my prayer, my faith, my pride? You know, maybe I'm just not believing enough. And yesterday, I believe he spoke to me like clear as crystal through a sermon on YouTube, and it was fasting. Yeah, it was. I really believe that I need to step up my prayer and my fasting, and through that process, it kind of just led me to the idea that, like, if we don't start this channel now, if we don't just, you know, go for it, then when? We're never gonna start. Because if we don't trust in God to be with us through the things that make us afraid, then we're gonna be stuck in this state of intimidation and fear that's really gonna hold us back. And so I'm as nervous as I am for people to see this, including my family, including my friends, including people on the internet in general, because, you know, I'm kind of weird. You know, 1 Timothy chapter 4 verse 12 tells me that I shouldn't let anyone look down on me for being young, and that I need to set an example of love and faith for other believers. And, you know, I just think that the idea of building a community of other believers sounds super cool. So I'm just gonna hope and pray that, God willing, this channel is gonna break some barriers for people, and that we can build a community of other believers, because in these last days, in this time that we're living in, I think the thing that we need most is some courage to go out and proclaim the gospel no matter how scared we are, and to love one another, and just have the faith to step out of our comfort zone. You know, I really do hope that throughout all of this kind of sporadic sporadic talking, I hope you maybe got something out of it. I promise, or maybe I shouldn't promise, because the Bible tells us not to promise, but next videos that I'm gonna make, hopefully they're not as unscripted as the one that I'm doing right now. I'm gonna try and, you know, make the voiceovers and stuff better. I just kind of felt led to just say stuff and throw it out there. Also, don't be fooled by this microphone. It's kind of funny. I would show the setup, but I'm really just using some iPad earbuds for my microphone, so I apologize if the audio isn't the best. I'm kind of new to this whole thing, so this video is all over the place, but I'm gonna look back on this video and just think, man, look at how far we've come, you know? And it all starts with the first video, the really weird one, the really random one. So, whoever's listening to this, whoever's gone to the end of this video, I just want to thank you. It really means a lot to me that you stuck around to listen to this random 16-year-old spout some randomness. I pray that whatever you're going through, God will break some strongholds. And just remember, throughout everything that we go through, all of the things that we experience, all things work together for the good of those who love God and who are called according to His purpose. So just know that you have a purpose and that you have a reason for being here, and that we need to just throw ourselves out there, that God has a purpose for all of us, and that we need to take advantage of it while we still can, because no one knows when He's coming back. So that's all I had. God bless you. That's it. I'm gonna have so many bloopers. Jeez.